Teeth and the tongue, tip of the lips. Teeth, tongue, tip of the lips. Don't make me smile because I have to be serious this time. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Venandi, Season 1, Episode 3, and we've got something special for you today. Sit back, enjoy, listen up. We're going to discuss with Jonathan as well as Ron, kind of going into some of the deer that we have on camera from the cameras we checked recently. This all falls underneath preseason playlist, Venandi Season 2020. You're checking us out on YouTube. Stay with us. Also, take note. We're all repping Venandi clothing. Soon to come, you can email us or contact us at venandiohio@gmail.com. Again, that's venandiohio@gmail.com. VENANDI, and we'll get back with you soon. Apparel to come that you can purchase. With that being said, let's jump right into this episode. All right, welcome back. So today, as we talked about, this is a discussion. Jonathan's got some excellent cameras set up all through our properties that we have permission to hunt. Several different deer in which he's named. We've got some good content we're going to get on screen for you. But Jonathan, tell us a little bit about, when you're setting up cameras, how do you know, are you placing these just on some trails randomly? What's your choice and placement when you're looking at trail camera positioning?
So early season, when they're in velvet and they're starting to get their antlers put on, we're putting out some mineral blocks to kind of help with that antler development. So we'll put some cameras on that to kind of see, who's coming to check out the mineral and kind of watch their development as they're growing. And then after that, we also put some of them on the food plots, kind of where they're entering food plots, leaving bedding areas, just some of those transition points. And then as you start to get closer to season, you're the mineral blocks are gone, so you're just mainly seeing where they're transitioning from, trying to get a pattern on them.
Very good. And, the cool thing that we're going to be able to show you guys is that, when you have permission on a certain property and you're able to follow that regularly from season to season, sometimes you get lucky and you can actually follow a deer from its young age on and see its development season to season. Jonathan's been fortunate enough to do that a few times. So why don't you take us through, we've got a list of deer, and that's kind of what we're going to get to on this episode that we have on camera. Don't mind the fat hot dog walking around below us here, but
it's not pregnant.
It's not pregnant.
It's just fat.
Just fat. But let's go ahead and get into some of the deer that we have on camera that we've seen regularly. Jonathan, start with the first one. You've given it a name. What's the first one that comes to your mind here that we can get on camera?
So at the property that you named North Island, we have 3 bucks there that will be on our shooters list. The first one is Cyclops. He's pretty unique.
Yeah, we all
looking.
know Cyclops. I think Logan's claimed Cyclops.
He's trying. Last year we had Cyclops. He lived at that farm. He was there all the time. We have pictures all year long of him.
This is last year.
Last year, he was a 13 point, probably only around 125, 130 inch. But I told Logan at the beginning of the season, if he walked by him, please do not shoot that buck because he was going to turn into something special. And I think it was about our second or third time we sat out there, he actually walked by Logan. And would you have done it?
Huh?
Would you have shot him if you got the chance? Because he walked behind you. You didn't get him in front of you.
He was way in front of me, though.
Would you have done it, though, last year?
Probably not.
Are you glad you didn't?
Yeah.
You see the development that's occurred over the course of 1 year, right?
I'll be glad if I get it.
So last year, I think he was about a 3-year-old. This year, he's a 4-year-old, which is still kind of young, but he's really shot up in something special this year.
Let's go ahead and get some footage. We've got several different pictures and videos that you're seeing now here as we're siphoning through of Mr. Cyclops. And why did we name him Cyclops?
Just because he got that third beam coming out of the front of his head. So.
That's a pretty unique feature.
Yeah, just called him Cyclops.
Yeah.
It fits.
Ron, when you're looking at a deer like this that we have up here on screen, what's going through your mind? Because I know points matter to you when you're getting a deer scored. Is that something that's going to be taken off in the point system, and does it bother you?
No, it doesn't bother me. It gives it character. I mean, just a basic, 8 point, 10 point. I mean, that's great to have as long as it has mass and height on the tines, but occasionally it's nice to get something not regular, something a little different than everything else that you see or you get. So it's a unique buck, and it would be a nice one to get. Fortunately, with other farms being close to where we hunt, sometimes you're taking a chance letting it walk, which we try to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to wait another year for him, but
yeah.
I don't see many people letting him walk.
I mean, as you guys can all see on screen here, this is a nice looking deer already, and just like they're saying, to take a chance and let this develop in another year, you just never know. So that's Cyclops. Just for the sake of time, let's keep the list rolling because there's several, right? You've got several.
So up next is the one we call Big Ten. We had him last year there as well. He looks pretty similar to last year. Last year, I think he was about a 4-year-old. This year, he's a 5-year-old. He got a little more tine length on him. But overall, he's pretty similar to what he looked like last year. So I don't see him really developing it into a lot more than what he is. Another good-looking deer, though.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone laid claim to this one?
I don't think so. But if he walks in front of anybody, you know that he's not going to walk on the other side of him. Yeah.
We're taking him. I might be the only one that passes it up if it comes in front of me.
Yeah, you probably shake too much.
You probably miss it anyway.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. So yeah, as you guys can see on screen here, just another nice deer, and also at North Island property.
Yep, he's got a bunch of little stickers right there at the bases too. I mean, he didn't have that last year, so that's a little bit different, but yeah, good looking heavy buck.
And this is a deer that's hanging around the food plots that we saw in episode 2.
Yep. The one video I think that's on there, him and another buck that we'll talk about, Kicker.
Yeah.
They're walking into it together actually.
Very good. All right, next up.
Kicker.
Kicker.
We were talking
as we were just talking about.
So Kicker, he's got about a 2-inch little kicker on his right brow tine sticking off there, so that's why we called him Kicker. 9 point, he's got the left side of his beam, I think it is, he's got it where it's kind of clumped there, at least in velvet right now.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a small point after he gets out of velvet. We haven't got a picture of that yet though, but another good looking buck. Tall, not quite as wide as Big Ten, but close.
Very good. Is that it for North Island property?
Yeah, there's a couple other bucks in there that are in the 130, 140 inch range, but those are the 3 that I know I have my eye on.
That stuck out the most that we've seen repetitively on camera. There's routine to that. So let's go ahead and transition to the other property here, and there's a few deer you wanted to mention in this episode as well on that property.
Yep, so there's one there. His name's Oddball. We had pictures of him from last year as well.
Let's get those on screen here.
Yep. So last year, he, not very big, probably only about 115, 120 inch buck. This year is he's got both brow tines are split. A lot of different points sticking out, so that's why we called him Oddball. But another good looking deer. Once again, probably only in that 4-year-old range, but be a hard one to walk by though.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan seems to be the one to be talking of all these pictures, these these deer. I'm just wondering, do you have any named deer? Or does Jonathan take care of it for the crew?
The deer that I take, I'm going to name Dead.
Yeah.
Because I've pretty much been practicing, my shooting technique
skills.
Making sure I'm dead on. So, I don't take time to name them.
Do you need to get that?
No, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interview. I know, but
jeez.
I know you're busy.
People calling about the apparel.
Okay, anyways, about the deer.
Go ahead.
There's one that I definitely have my eye on. I haven't named it, but I knew its dad well. It was probably one of the biggest bodied bucks that I've ever seen.
You get points for bodies.
It's just bigger body. It's an old buck. You don't get points for it,
No
but
points.
it's been around. Very wise buck.
I'm personally about the points, but proceed.
Okay.
Big
well,
body.
So you're about low points. We seen your antlers.
In golfing, yes. Jonathan, go ahead.
I ain't done yet.
So the bucket he's talking about, his name is Shorty. That's what we named him. He's got short tines, but extremely wide.
We've got some pictures.
Yep, and his bases
Heavy.
are real heavy. So that's what Dad's liking, is those heavy bases.
And this deer is where?
This is at the Girl Scout camp's what we call it.
Okay. Been around for a while.
It's been around a little while, but like I said, I've knew its father, and I've actually passed on it once.
We got pictures of him from last year as well. He's not really grown much. He looks the exact same, but nice heavy buck.
We can pull up those pictures in comparison.
But it just so happens that that's the same one my cousin Brent is targeting when he comes up during the rut. So I'm hoping to be able to shoot it before he gets up here, so I can kind of bust his bubble.
Yeah.
So that's my hopes.
Very good. Anything else that we missed? Is there another one in here?
One more there. I named him Borat. He's a 9-point, tall.
Very nice.
Not real heavy, but very nice. Yeah, but we called him Borat. Another good-looking buck. His first year we've seen him. He's kind of new to the area.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. So plenty to select from this year. Guys, we're totally excited. We're trying to make this as interesting as possible in the preseason. And it is interesting stuff, and it's important stuff. So look at it. I know we goofed off in the last episode, but a lot went on as far as getting the tree stands in the optimal position, trimming those limbs to create the shooting lanes necessary to be successful. We investigated the food plots, tons of work that we didn't put in the episode that these two guys did up there constantly day after day to optimize that. Should be great. It's really the first year that we've done a food plot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to see the outcomes from that. We're going to have to cut this episode at this point, but I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the deer that we have in our specs for this upcoming year's season 2020 here at the Venandi crew, hunting, fishing, and all things outdoors. Before we close, I want to take us to our sponsors. Remember to always utilize Viagra when necessary. Sponsored by Viagra this episode. Use it when you need it. Anything to add to that, Ron?
If it lasts more than 5 hours,
Yeah.
you'll see a doctor.
Go see a doctor. Okay. All right, guys. Hey, thanks as always for watching. We know we've got lots of followers. I just want to add in, and I don't want to preach it, a lot of you coming from Facebook. We really appreciate your views. Some of you into the outdoors, the hunting and the fishing. Others not so much, maybe just in for the entertainment. I was told by our producers I have to behave a little more. If you're wondering where my wig is, it may be coming back at some point this season. But what I'm getting at is please help us out by hitting that subscribe button right here below. Hit the subscribe button, and after you do so, make sure to hit the little bell. This is the notification button. This way, when a new episode is posted, you don't have to wait for it to be posted to Facebook. You can go ahead and be notified of that right away on YouTube. And stay with us. Comment below, not on Facebook. We appreciate the comments on Facebook, but comment below in our YouTube page. We love to follow that closely. Hit the thumbs up button. We love to continue to produce episodes after episodes. We're having a great time out here with the Venandi crew. If you have some great content from the season that's quite close approaching us and you want to send it in to us, we would be happy to view that. You may make an episode where we bring you on and even get you an interview and a free t-shirt. So if you have content, shoot it our way. We'll take a look at it. You may make it on one of the upcoming episodes. I already said the like button, didn't I? I think I did. Logan wants you to make sure you hit the like button. This is us, the Venandi crew. We got Jonathan, the time traveler hunter. We got Ron Osborne, the expert. We got Logan, who loves crossbows. You got Ryan Osborne, who is the OG. We appreciate you viewing. Have a wonderful day.
What are you the OG to?
Original gangster.
What are you in the time?
He's a time traveler.
No.
He just is.